Hey, aloha. Aloha from the big island of Hawaii. Our trip is winding down. In fact, as you get this, we'll be heading home today. I'm shooting this the day before because we'll be on a plane on Sunday. So happy Sunday. Hope you've had a blessed week. I've had the most amazing time. I always do, coming here to bring our students on retreat. This retreat is about a lot of things, but really most importantly what it's about is getting our people as healthy as possible, about going after something that can be so terrifying and intimidating. And one of the things that came up a lot on this trip and every single retreat is that people are dealing with a lot of judgment from others, friends, but especially family and particularly parents. Once they announce that this is really what they want to do, some are just terrified to even tell them. And we've talked about this in other areas before, but based on just having spent the week doing this and coming up with some really nice, I think some nice teachings that help, I wanted to share some of this with you so in hopes that it can help you as you're dealing with the fears and the insecurities of going after this. Now I'm looking for my reading glasses. I'm screwed. Okay, here we go. I got them. Okay. So again, the judgment of family and parents in particular. For some of you, when you announce this is what you want to do with your life, not only are you going to get judged, hell, you're going to get harshly criticized as being stupid, foolish, an idiot, irresponsible. Take your pick, and it's tough, and that's your parents. We love these people, and honestly, they do. They don't want you to suffer, and they see a life as being an artist, actor, musician, dreamer, filmmaker as a life of struggle. How hard it is to make a living, etc. You come up with all the reasons in the world not to go after this. Believe me, and they'll be the first to do it. They want they want you to have a nice life, no doubt. Okay, but you have to weigh that between having turning your back on what you know you're here to do. And if you're really supposed to be an actor, you're going to know that. So let me share with you something that came up that I think that really was beneficial for our people and over the years to students that we bring to Hawaii. So listen to this. Creativity requires activity, and that is not good news for most of us. You see, it makes us responsible, and we tend to hate that. In other words, quote, you mean I have to do something to feel better about all this? And the answer is yes, you do. You do. Or don't. But then live with that. Live with that choice that you're settling. And most of us hate to do something when we can obsess about something else instead. One of our favorite things to do instead of create our art and go after our dreams is to contemplate the odds. In a creative career, thinking about the odds is like drinking emotional poison because it's going to rob us of the dignity of the art as process and put us at the mercy of imagined powers out there. And taking this drink quickly leads to a severe and toxic emotional bender. It leads us to ask, what's the use? Why should I even try? Well, do not call the inability to start laziness. Call it what it really is. Fear. By the way, this is from The Artist's Way, a book I highly recommend and a process I highly recommend. But listen to this. I love this teaching. Fear is the true name of what ails most blocked artists. It may be the fear of failure or success, but most frequently, it's the fear of abandonment. This fear has its roots in childhood reality. Most blocked artists tried to become artists against either their parents' good wishes or their parents' good judgment. And for a child with dreams, this is quite a conflict. To go squarely against our parents' values and wishes means we'd better know what the hell we're doing. And we better be successful at it. You better not be just an artist. You better be a great artist. If you're going to disappoint your parents so much, quote unquote. And parents do act hurt. They do when their kids rebel. So what do? We please them and live artistically small, if at all, instead. The need to be a great artist makes it hard to be an artist. And the need to produce great art makes it hard to produce any art at all. So to begin, you must give yourself permission to do this. And only you can give yourself that permission. If you want to live for others and their judgment, you certainly may, but accept that that's what you're doing. And to begin, you have permission to take small steps. Creating huge impossible goals creates procrastination, which again will induce fear. And fear is what blocks all artists. The fear of not being good enough, of not finishing, of failure, of success, and of course the worst one, the fear of beginning it all. There is only one cure for fear, and that is to chase it down. Where does it come from? This abandonment of ourselves and our dreams. And honestly, at its real core, the cure for fear is love, self-love. Use love for the therapist inside of you to cure its fear. And stop yelling at yourself too, by the way. Be nice to yourself and begin. Now again, I know what I'm talking about. My father, when I announced I wanted to be an actor, man, our relationship struggled for close to 20 years. And it's only been the last 12 or so that we've made peace with each other. Him with me and me with him. I wasn't the son he wanted. I didn't live the life he wanted, but God bless me, man. At least I was willing to risk that. And I have absolutely no regrets. Do I wish it could have been handled better by both of us? I do. But do I wish I had settled and done what he wanted me to do? God, no. God, no. So, you're going to have people judge you. People think you're crazy. I've gotten a lot of that in my life. But to thine own self be true, and when it's all said and done, no one else is living this life but me. And we've talked about this before a lot too, a life of no regrets. So, what are you willing to settle for? I wasn't willing to settle for anything other than a life of no regret. And to follow my heart. On our website it says, your job's not your job. Your job is what you're here to do with such passion and intensity it becomes spiritual and calling. It's from Vincent van Gogh. I believe that's why we're here. And once you find that, it really doesn't matter what anyone thinks, honestly. They want to judge you. Look, it's easier said than done. You just got to decide what you're willing to settle for. That's all. Okay? It's on you. It really is.